Welcome to your daily focus for December the 16th, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for that was a few cards, so we're not going to go there. Thank you for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Absolutely. So the numerology first, the 16. The 16 would be the Tower card. The Tower card never enters our life to take away something that we need going forward. It takes away something that is holding us back, slowing us down, putting a burden or a weight on us. So the Tower card allows us to transform into new beginnings, new starts. Although it may not feel so great at the time when the Tower card appears, it's usually things that we have moved to the back burner. We didn't want to look at it. We didn't want to face it. We didn't want to have the conversation. We didn't want to have the confrontation. So where we didn't stand in our courage, perhaps, would probably be a good way of stating it. The Tower card comes in and makes it happen. Now, if we add up the numerology for the day, it's the Death card, right? The 13 energy would appear. The Death card is really about releasing something, once again, to allow new into your life. Okay, it's the death of a situation. It's not death, so to speak. It's not a literal death. So Dylan just highlighted that for us. And if we add it all together, we've got the Emperor, right? 1 plus 3 is a 4. So it's about making the plan. It's about making the plan to step into our tomorrow, to go forward, maybe to release something in our life. Maybe it's going to be a process in order to do that. Maybe it's some sort of completion, ending that we need to have in our life in order to go forward. So the Emperor is about making the plan. He's not spontaneous, okay? So be careful about being spontaneous today. And since it starts at the beginning of the week, be careful about being spontaneous throughout the week for the most part, too, in our decision making, okay? We don't want to jump in with both feet. We want to stick our toe in the water and just test it first. Make sure it's not ice cold or boiling hot. So let's see what the cards have to say. Sun. Sun is in Sagittarius. It's moving into the last degrees of Sagittarius. So it's getting stronger. That craving for knowledge, for expansion, for going on new journeys, opportunities. To travel in our minds, to travel literally. Moon is in Leo. So we have a lot of fire energy there, right? Between the sun and the moon. Leo is look at me. Leo is romance and play and fun and creativity. So I could see how with that energy, how we might just jump into a decision rather than thinking it through, which would allow the Tower card to come in and teach us a very good lesson today. So be careful of that kind of energy coming into your life. Did I cut the cards? I don't know. I think I did, but I cut them again. The first card is I'm so sorry. It's the Tower card. So there's our energy of the day, the 16 energy coming in to tear something down, to burn away, to turn it to ash, so it's no more in our life. Maybe it's been a constant struggle because remember, we are really putting closure on the last 6 months, and maybe we have been struggling through some issues for the last 6 months. And so the Tower card is here to say it's going to help us. Probably not in the way we want it to help us, or we had a whole different plan than what the Tower card brings, but it moves you into good energy. It moves you into a freedom, a new beginning, a new start, a new opportunity, a new relationship. So go with the flow. Try and understand the lesson behind what comes to us today. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, I love the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands tells us that we have walked many paths to get to the here and now. Each one of those wands behind us represents a path that we have walked. And they've all started out like that one that we hold in our hand, very short and stubby and crooked and a little bit bent and warped. And this is how our path starts each and every time. But look at the growth, the abundance, the strength, the height of all those wands standing behind you, representing the lessons, your sage wisdom. So we're wearing red, knowing that we need our courage, that we need to step into our courage. White for new paths, opportunities that come our way. I think there's a argument over a bone or something. And don't worry, they're best of friends. So, Dylan, quiet. And look at who we end up with, the Magician. So very strong energy. If I'm not mistaken, the Magician ends our week. For the numerology, we end up with a 1, but I'd have to double check. It's in the weekend probably for sure. So we have the Magician. Boys, settle down. So the Magician comes in to grant us our wish. So what is your desire? What is your want? Now be careful. We start with the Tower card. So we could have a lot of self-doubt happening, bubbling up in us. We're going to tell ourselves that we can't. We don't have the courage. We don't have the strength. There's too much anxiety or fear or other things to do in our life. We'll come up with excuses. And excuses are really just reasons wrapped up in lies. Okay, we make the reason why so we can say, okay, well, it's okay. I didn't do that because of this, but chances are if we would have thought it through and used the Emperor's energy, we would have saw a way forward. But back to the Tower and the Magician being related here is the Tower card can put a lot of self-doubt, negative words into our subconscious thinking about who we are and what we can accomplish, our talents, our abilities, our love, our compassion. So make sure that what you are stating in your mind is something that you want to step into, what you want to be real, what you want to be tangible in your life, rather than those negative emotions or looking at the lack of, rather than of what you can step into or what you already have for that matter. The here and now. What's already beautiful in your life and you're taking it for granted. It could be just the fact that the fridge is running. Your car started. The bus was on time. Let's see what our well-being cards have to tell us. It is my dominant intent to look for what I want to see. Okay, so yes, it is your dominant intent to look for what I want to see. So I want to see more joy, more happiness, more abundance, more balance in my life. So have that intent. Have that intent with your thoughts. Have that intent as you walk forward. What you want to make tangible in your life, what you want to make real in your life. Everything starts with a thought. Okay, so you can have that negative thought, which will probably bring in negative things in your life. Trust me on that one. Please, or try it out. See how bad life can get in a hurry by saying those statements of, I don't have enough money to pay the bills. Yeah, everybody gives me a hard time. People are out to get me. I'm so clumsy. I procrastinate all the time. I hate my job. I hate my environment. I hate the place I live in. I had one client one time who always said that she wanted to get to zero. She wanted to get to nothing. You know, to zero. And every week, something more and more tragic would happen in her life. And pretty soon she was in jeopardy of losing her house and her car and everything. And so she told me her wording, and I was like, oh, no, gosh, you're asking for nothing. So yeah, you're going to lose your house. You are going to lose your car. You have to be a little bit more specific. My bills are paid. How about my bills are paid? Money comes to me with ease. I walk forward with confidence. A balance surrounds me. A security keeps me safe. As you deliberately look for things to appreciate, praise, or enjoy, you achieve vibrational harmony with your own source and with all that is good. And then the powerful law of attraction brings more good things to you. So absolutely look for the things that to appreciate, to praise, to enjoy in your life, such as the fridge is running. But think about your goals and your dreams and your desires and what would bring you happiness, joy, a feeling of security, of balance in your life. So raise that vibration to what you want to come into your life, and it will be attracted to you. Absolutely. I mean, we do have the Magician card there. So the Magician is telling us that what we wish for, what we think about the most, will be the things that are presented to us in our life going forward. So make sure that you want it in your path going forward. Let's see what our animals want to tell us today. Take flight with the Phoenix. Take flight. The Phoenix rising out of the ashes. There it is, Phoenix. Newness, rebirth, change. Vividness. When once you have tasted flight, you will always walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you will have been, and there you will always be. Phoenix is helping you shed your old ways in order to prepare you for a new life, one that you have been waiting for. You are on the verge of wonderful, and trust me, we're going to work through a lot of issues through this full moon energy. It's a strong full moon energy, and it has, a lot of energy about the last 6 months and about the new 6 months that we are walking into when the solar eclipse happens. And the solar eclipse energy, I mean, we'll get there down the road, but trust me, it's a beautiful energy for new and exciting and, things just happen seemingly out of nowhere on your path that really gives you that new beginning. So don't worry so much about where you're at. Look at what you want to remove in your life, but also think about what you want to step into your life, because you are on the verge of wonderful right now. It may not feel it, especially with the Tower card being our strong suit today. It may not feel that way, but you are on the verge of wonderful. This is a time of rebirth in order to ready you for your next flight. You can be frightened, as you may have to let go of things and people from your old life, but the end result will be well worth it. You may be on the verge of a spiritual awareness. Your dreams, both in sleep and waking, may be more vivid than normal. You may actually be visited by those who have crossed over, as they have messages to share with you on this next step within your life. When you feel a sense of hopelessness, know that you are not lost, but just in a hanging pattern. Be open and receptive that new horizons stand ready and waiting. Go deep within and seek spiritual guidance through meditation, through counseling, talking with friends, as this will help you see your world in a new light. Remember, the Emperor goes and talks to people to gather different scenarios, different explanations, to weigh things out. You have a unique path. Trust and release your fears now. Align yourself with knowing that all is well. Start a dream journal. Keep it on your nightstand. Write down both your conscious and subconscious dreams. So we can journal our dreams. We can write about our dreams. We can envision our dreams. We can, I would think, research more today if we are looking at stepping into new ideas. I don't think that today is this beautiful decision making day, especially if we're making decisions on the fly. That they have to be well thought out. They have to be well thought out. The Emperor, that is our energy today. So, think things through. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine the impossible happening in your life. The good things, the wonderful things. Go with the flow on whatever happens today. Know that it is moving you towards something beautiful. Know that it's moving you towards a new path, a new relationship, a new perception of your world. Go with the flow as much as possible and try to accept those little bumps in the road. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.